What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another video nasty. Today we're going to be going back to the year 1976 to check out a film directed by Sergio Garbone, who previous to this had directed some of the Django films. I'm not sure how many of those Django flicks even exist. I've yet to check them out, so I will be, in the future checking those flicks out because I'm a big fan of Western films, and I know it's not really related, but that Django film that Tarantino did, I really like that movie. So the movie tonight is not on the same caliber as Django. The movie is SS Experiment Camp, which is a Nazi exploitation film. And right off the bat, I'm not like the biggest fan of these types of films. I've seen not many. I've seen Ilsa, a couple of the Ilsa films, Beast and Heat, and this, and I know there's at least 2 to 3 others. It's just not my genre. You know what I mean? I do love like women in prison films. Like I love the female prisoner Scorpion films, and I have seen a couple of other films in that genre that I didn't mind. But as far as this one went, man, I gotta admit it's up to this point my least favorite of the Nasties that I've watched. There's a lot of nudity in the film, and sure, like that's great, but it's just a stale, boring, slow flick. You know what I mean? Like there's a scene in the middle. Spoiler alert, where this woman is inside of this vat of like water, and she's tortured with it. Like, they turn it really, really hot so it's boiling, and then they turn it really, really cold so she's freezing. And there's kind of a cool, like transformation scene of her corpse, like going from like kind of like cold to more frozen. You see like the freeze like moving up her arm and onto her body and on her tits and all that stuff, and in the water. I liked that. I thought that was cool. It kind of reminded me of like almost a werewolf, like a Wolfman kind of deal, like when they show the slow transformation. Although it's not in the same vein as like the Lon Chaney Wolfman transformation. It's more, cut to cut, and switch angle and that kind of stuff, which is fine. But that was basically it for my favorite of the effects. Like there's some other stuff in here. There's a disgusting like surgery scene, or like I'm not into surgery scenes. I fucking hate them. The movie is basically about like this not really demented, but this fucking I don't even know what rank he is, this Nazi guy who's running this death camp, and he's having all these experiments happen. He's making this like Jewish doctor, I think he was like a Jewish doctor, do all the experiments and stuff. And there's a henchman or henchwoman that kind of reminds me of like the chick from Beast and Heat, the one that's like that's in control of the the beast or whatever, that ends up getting raped by the beast. There's a chick like that in this film who's like a lesbian and has like her lesbian sex scene and shit like that. And this Nazi guy, he needs to get like a ball transplant because he, like, later on in the film you find out he was getting a blowjob during the war, and the chick like bit his balls off. So he gets all of like these top ranking soldiers and find out who the best is, and like gets his balls put into him so he can bang. And then the guy kind of like, the guy whose balls get taken goes to bang this chick and realizes that his mojo's gone, baby. You know what I mean? So that was sort of like the gist of that. And I don't know, I don't think it was that great. I mean, I'm glad that I seen it for the sake of like the video nasties list. And sure, it is nasty. It does get pretty graphic and stuff. Like it's flat out like porno in some scenes, which is, I'm not like oh my god, but it's like, fuck, man, like let's get her going. I got other films that are, that I know that are better, that I've not seen on this list of nasties, that I'd rather be getting to. But I'm glad I got this one out of the way, because dude, it was not the best. At the end there's like a pretty decent shootout. The bullet hits look cool. Guy shoot the Jewish doctor guy, blows his fucking brains out, and I don't know, man. It was just, it's not for me. This genre is just not for me, and I'm not afraid to admit it, because like when I think about the movies that I really like not even just talking about the video nasties, but like I'm more of just like I love the 70s. I know this film is from the 70s, but there's better exploitation from that era. You know what I mean? Like I preferred Axe over this, and Axe was like an hour long. Blood Rights, which was slow as fuck, but at least there was some more fun, creative kills and fucked up stuff happening. Like this movie takes itself very seriously, and yeah, like I said, you could pretty much never watch it and not be affected in any way. It's not the best. People love these types of movies, all the more power to them, but for me, no. I'll stick to some giallo, some shit like that. Some, like, I'm really into watching shit that like I've been meaning to for a long time, because I've neglected watching a lot of movies. Like I just watched Beyond the Door the other day. It wasn't really blown away by it, but I'm glad I checked it out. So, and that kind of goes the same with SS Experiment Camp. Like I'm glad I seen it, but it didn't really add anything to me. I'm not sure what's going to happen in terms of the zine at this point with this film, but I did spot a few moments that could be, you know, zine worthy. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments, and with that being said, adios.